Mark Ruffalo is not a very intelligent man from all the fucking tweets that I've seen. Not a very intelligent man. Very basic bitch kind of stuff. I don't know much about politics myself. I'm not even going to profess to. I find it incredibly boring. But when you grandstand like this, when you come out and just call, oh, history is repeating itself. Why? Why is history repeating itself? Let's just look at some of the things. Is it repeating itself because, and again, I'm not displaying any politics here. I'm just trying to tell what was seen. That an old man clearly suffering from dementia went on TV and showed everyone that he was an exceedingly old man that was suffering from dementia.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean I'm like, fuck that party. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care if you vote left, right. That's your prerogative to do. Do what you want to do. But on TV, a man came on and showed the deterioration of his mental capacity. Now, if he was a nice man, which he's not, I'd give a bit more of a shit and have a bit of sympathy. But he's a hideous piece of shit, like his son and everyone else. So don't worry about that. That's what happened. So now, because the American public saw that, because that his own party is conspiring now to get him out before the fucking election, so they can try and play somebody that they think might be votable. That's now 1930s Germany. I don't know fuck all about politics, but I know that that's fucking retarded.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. None of it's logical. I get a kick out of the story because we don't even have to, like, the parallels are so obvious. I don't have to like say that, well, they were kind of saying this. No, we have on two occasions, probably there's more out there, but we have on two very obvious occasions. You have actors that are in prominent positions that work for the same company that Gina Carano worked for. Okay. And they got to compare an era. The whole no. Remember, this isn't me making this up. The no was apparently that we can't compare eras. Not that era. We have to stay away from it. And trying to bring that up is somehow offensive to Jewish people. That was the whole argument that they made. And here we have, goddammit, Mark Ruffalo doing it as well and doing it blatantly,
safely.
Yeah,
that's why he can do it, because he knows he's safe.
Yeah, he knows that rule doesn't apply to me.
Of course.
They were looking for a reason to get rid of Gina, and that was just a means to an end. It's not anything that they actually believe.
No, it was the pronouns. That's what got her. That's what they wanted her out for. The beat, bop, boop. She just wouldn't bow down.
And she wouldn't bow down. She wouldn't get in step, and that was a problem. So they got her out of there. They used, however, an excuse. And I remember at the time talking about this. I was like, wait a minute. Pedro Pascal quite literally likened half of the voting population to Nazis, and he did it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the same. I don't have to go far. He's under the same company. He's in the same damn show.
Yes.
He's in the same show. And now you have an example of another guy who plays a prominent character, albeit under Disney and not necessarily just Lucasfilm, but still under Disney nonetheless.
If you believe
nothing's going to happen to this fucking guy, bro.
No, because if he believes that, I don't. I think all of this is performative theater. I think the whole thing is performative theater. They'd flip on a dime if people came in and ran the show that were all more conservative minding. Suddenly all the actors would be the same. They'd all have the same fucking politics then, at least outwardly. Just like what's going on. At least outwardly people are displaying all this kind of stuff. But if you believe that that's what will happen by the red team getting in to power, then why would you misuse your power now to censor people? If you want true diversity, why is diversity of thought the most scary thing to these people? Because that's what it is. Because a bubble is not diversity of thought. You can have as many skin colors as you want, sexualities, religions, but if you're all of the one political mind, then there is no diversity there.
True.
There is no separate points of view. You're all towing the line.
Yeah.
That's why I find these people so fake, because they think they can sprinkle superficiality with color and race and gender and blah 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 and go, look, we're so diverse. Fucking hell, if you dare speak out, then you're excommunicado. If you have a different opinion, doesn't matter your color, fucking race, sexuality, religion, you're fucking out of there. And now you're an alt-right Nazi, or the black face of white supremacy, or the fucking this, that, and the other, all the other retarded fucking things that they come up with.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the true, most important diversity, the diversity of thought.
That to them is not even a thing. And with what happened to Gina Carano is such an example of it, because the core problem there was that they knew, and she was unapologetically who she was. Now, again, I think you talked about this earlier. That in itself isn't the problem. The problem is that one side gets to do that, the other doesn't, and it's not permissible. So you have these open out in more ways than one. But when it comes to their politics, they have no problems going on every social media site and making sure that their audience knows exactly where they stand. Okay, if that is going to be the standard that you're going to set, and that's what we're running with, okay. The problem with Gina Carano to them, though, was that, well, her politics didn't align with what was acceptable to them. And that's why they had to get her ass up out of there.
At that time, though, we didn't even know Gina's
Well,
politics.
that's the thing, though. Hey, you're correct. At the time, we didn't know that. But the fact that she was even willing to go against the grain
exactly
was enough. So I make this point all the time, which is why, like, I make this point. People that watch me on Blaze, I know I'm repeating myself here because I talk about this all the time. To them, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. The fact that you are antithetical to maybe what they believe in, even if you have your own thoughts, like me, I'm not a fucking conservative, right? It's pretty. I'm open with that. It's in my fucking bio, right, on Twitter, like what I am.
I keep hearing you're a Trump supporter.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. There's no difference to them. That's why I don't even argue with them.
Exactly.
But that right there is the problem. It's less about where you actually align, because there's more positions outside of like being for this guy and this guy. Far more positions than that are out there. The problem is that with people like her, she just isn't lockstep with them. That's enough. Where she ends up landing, not important. It's all the same shit to them. She could be outright despise Trump. I'm not saying she does. I'm saying she would make a bit of difference. The fact is, she went against the grain. That was enough. Now, there's a list, obviously, of positions that you can have that are perfectly fine. And so as long as you align with them there, you can have whatever fucking positions that you want. Of course you can. Of course the Nazi Germany, that's not off limits to them. Of course not. They do it all the fucking time. They always call their adversaries, liking their adversaries the funny mustache man. They do it all the time. If you had to been a naive son of a gun, if you really thought that was what they were offended at. Like that in itself. Because remember, that was what they said. They were like, well, it's offensive to Jewish people just because she brought up the eras.
Can I ask you a question? Personal question? Feel free not to answer because it is a personal question.
Yeah.
How many Jews have you been responsible for killing?
0.
I didn't. Crazy. Okay.
To my knowledge, Gina Carano hadn't killed any either.
Really?
Believe it or not. Believe it or not.
I mean, I'm gonna have to do some research before I can. How many world wars have you started?
0.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Just these answers I didn't expect. That's all. How many world wars have you tried to start though?
0.
I'll do some research.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo is probably still going to be Hulk going forward. I don't see.
That's the biggest fucking. That's the worst thing to take from this. That's the biggest travesty.
I know, unfortunately.
Dude, call me whatever you want. White supreme, Yahtzee, fucking misogynist. I don't care. Call me what you want. Just don't be the fucking Hulk anymore. Because you're shit.
Yeah, that is. I mean, when you put it that way, that is kind of the most depressing part of this whole deal. Because he's not going to lose it. Because he should have. If there was to be a job loss, it should have been for a completely different reason, having nothing to do with whatever the hell he just posted, which he wasn't ever going to lose his job because of that. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.